Hey guys, today I've got an exciting video for you. Me and Erika sat down and we had a discussion. We covered such topics as letting go, creating on a deadline, what to say to your friends so you don't feel like you're lying to them when you're creating stuff, and how you can actually chat with them without, making something up but still actually being true to your new story. So we talk about that and a lot of other exciting things. Just before we dive into the video, Erika is a coach here at Create Your Future. And yeah, so let's dive into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today we have Erika and Prince. How are you guys today?
Hi, Amanda. We're doing great. How about you?
I'm awesome. So we thought we'd come on and talk a little bit about letting go as well as creating with deadlines. Creating with deadlines has been a really requested video for quite some time, and I haven't done it yet. So we thought we would actually do it today because of the holidays and all the important stuff that's been happening recently. So yeah. So talking about letting go, the most interesting thing about letting go is about letting go of our desire, but it's actually the opposite. It's about letting go of the negative story. It's about letting go of the doubts. It's about letting go of the hurt and letting go of the pain. And intentions or affirmations or any statement that's focusing on what you want automatically will detach you and let go of that past story, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So, and that's the interesting thing, because I used to, way back when I was younger, before, I really understood how to create, is I always thought letting go was letting go of my desire, because it's the funniest thing, as I would have the smallest little intention of I would think, oh, I want pizza for dinner tonight. And then all of a sudden, we would order pizza. It'd be someone else's idea. And then I thought, well, wow, I just thought of it for a minute and then I totally forgot about it. And then it showed up. That's what I need to do for everything. But that's not necessarily the case. It's just that I made that intention in a neutral place without any resistance. I never thought twice about it. And then it showed up. But if I would have actually kept thinking about pizza all day long, it still would have actually shown up. So it appeared that I had to let go of my desire, but really I didn't. I just needed to say it in a neutral spot, and basically without any resistance to it. But that's not the case when we are manifesting a relationship. A lot of times relationships, they're something we think about constantly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when we think about these relationships constantly, then, what we normally do is we will worry and obsess about them. And we like to take our intentions. And whenever we are starting to feel and check in with ourselves and feel that we're not feeling good about it, then create, back to focusing on what we want, either an intention or affirmation, and direct ourselves back onto focusing on what we want in those moments, because we'll end up starting to feel a lot better, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and like you said, now with the holidays, a lot of people want to, get their specific person back and they want to spend the holidays with them. So they're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I still haven't heard from my specific person, and it's 2 days away from New Year's Eve or Christmas or Thanksgiving. So I think when you put so much, what is anxiety and fear, is it going to happen or not, that's when you're actually not allowing what you want to come to you, right?
Oh, completely. A total block. I've created on deadlines before, right? But the important thing is to never get discouraged if it doesn't actually show up. I remember years ago, I actually had a Christmas where I didn't spend it with anybody, and I intended to spend it with people, but it just didn't happen. But I just kept intending that it was going to happen, and it happened the next Christmas. See, when we put deadlines on things and then all of a sudden the deadline comes and nothing happens, we give up. And the thing is we can never give up on our intentions. We have to know that what we want is going to happen. So it may not happen now, but it will actually happen. Like, for instance, if we say, well, I intend to spend Christmas with so-and-so, with Jerry. Now, if he doesn't call by Christmas Eve, maybe we're going to give up. But yet it could have been Boxing Day that he came over.
Exactly.
Right.
That's why you have to be really, really persistent and believe that it's going to happen and let go, right? So that's why I tell my clients, okay, go have fun. Like when you are obsessing so much about the situation, you're actually putting resistance to it. So go have fun, go spend time with your friends. I love watching like comedy shows on Netflix, things that will make me laugh.
Oh yeah, you nailed it. Distraction, distract yourself, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself knowing it's going to happen rather than really holding on. Because when we're holding on and obsessing about it, we're still focusing on the lack of what we don't have, right?
Because we're acknowledging like, oh, it's still not here. That's why we're feeling bad about it, right? So what are you putting your faith in? Oh, well, it's still not here. Okay, the universe says, yeah, still not here. And it's going to stay like that. So you let go.
Yeah. Do some intentions, distract yourself. Do some intentions, distract yourself. It's so important I've got a video game that I use. And yeah, I also watch TV and other like little things that I like to do. But yeah, it's about, making sure that the last thought you have on the subject is an affirmation or focused on what you want. And then use the fine art of distraction. The other thing with deadlines that I like to do is I intend to get this email now. I intend for it to happen today. Now, if it doesn't happen today, I see that it hasn't happened. I create the intention again. It's going to happen. It's going to happen now. And, so sure, some things do show up actually on time. Some things don't. Funny story. I was waiting for an email once and I intended that it was going to happen before the end of business day on Friday. Okay. And then sure enough, Saturday I looked, it wasn't there. Sunday I looked, it wasn't there. Monday, I had this feeling. I'm like, I should check my spam folder. I checked my spam folder and guess what? It was in my spam folder since Friday before end of business day. But the thing was, right, from Friday till Monday when I had that feeling, I never once doubted it wasn't going to come. I just said, no, it's going to come. It's still going to come. Okay, fine. Maybe it didn't come by Friday, end of business day, but I know it's coming. And the funny thing was, it was there the whole entire time. It was like, had I have given up on that on Friday, guess what? Our thoughts can go back in time and that email may have never come and gone to the spam folder, right?
Right. So yeah, I think it's important to know that once we want something, it's already, like we already created it, right? And all we need to do is now it's the universe's job to bring that to you. You don't need to wonder about the how, when, why, nothing. Like that's why you just need to let it go. And know my manifestations are coming. Like everything I want always comes.
Right. Prince even agrees. He was putting his 2 bits in there. Well, that's true. And that sort of brings me to, quantum mechanics and physics and basically like how it works, right, is that everything is already there and it's what we choose to consciously focus on, which actually collapses on that. So when you're not looking at something, everything is possible. You guys are either together, not together, married, there's all the different things that are happening there. The basketball is in every single possible position. And then when you look at it, it collapses into the position you're consciously focused on seeing it in. Right. So, if I don't know if you've had this happen, a good example is I've been looking for my cell phone while I'm holding it because I can't find my cell phone. So my subconscious mind deletes the cell phone out of my hand, but I have it, but I don't see it. And I'm even using the flashlight to look for it under the couch. Right.
I think it's happened a few times, definitely.
Right? Well, that's because I'm focused on my cell phone being lost and that's it. My subconscious mind is, so it's already there. It's just if we're choosing to see it or not see it. And again, when we make an intention, we're choosing to see it in that moment. When we're focusing on what we don't want, we're choosing not to see it in that moment, but it's already been created. It's already there.
Exactly. Yeah. And I always think of like there's a genie in a bottle. So if you say, well, it's still not here, he will say, yes, okay. Your wish is granted. It's not here. If you say, no, it's going to come, of course, it's going to come. So really always like see what you're thinking and feeling, right? Mm-hmm. Always check with yourself throughout the day. What am I thinking? What am I feeling?
Yeah.
If it's something negative, if you're noticing that it's still not what you want, still not there, then you just have to change it. And that's why you use your intention and your mental diet. And it's a way to like go back into, you know, the right path.
Oh my God, like totally. And it worked so amazing. Like, I mean, you know, it's unbelievable, you know, unbelievable. And, you know, and I urge everybody, you know, that wants to really start to have a breakthrough, like force your breakthroughs. Take one complaint in your life and just focus on the exact opposite intention of it. Stop complaining about it. Stop complaining to your friends about it. Every time you think about it, just change it to, no, this is going to happen. This, you know, whatever you want to focus on. And watch the magic. You don't even need to believe it. It just ends up showing up. And it's like, what? It's like crazy.
Exactly.
You know?
And you said something really important. A lot of us, like, we are going through a situation that we don't like and we try to change it. We're doing our intentions and whatever, like, but then we go and get together with our friends and our families and they're like, oh, like, he's still not texting me, or he's a jerk, or like, so you are reaffirming that story, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And like your friends will tell you, oh yeah, he's a jerk, he's this, he's that, but because they're you pushed out. So like, try to not share that with anybody. Try to do the work here inside, right? And that's what will create what you really want.
Exactly. And you know what, even another strategy, somebody actually mentioned it in a success story they sent to me, was they would go out with friends and they said, well, has he, you know, called you yet? And she said, no, but he's going to, instead of going through the old story. So really take some time to, you know, figure out what your responses are going to be in those situations, or even, you know what, call us. We'll help you figure out some responses for those situations. We've got a great bunch of coaches here. So I remember when I was wanting to move in with Andrew, I had a bunch of people that actually didn't know him that I was hanging out with. And also I was going out to like networking and talking to strangers. And I would just start saying that we were talking about moving in together before we even were. And then before you know it, we were talking. So I loved always, like, you know, going out and going to where nobody knows me and just chatting with people and talking about me as if I've already got something. I think it's the most fun ever. But maybe I'm weird like that. I remember I had a problem with a friend of mine, right? And somebody asked me if we were, you know, talking again. And I'm like, oh yeah, she's over it. We'll be chatting in no time. Like, no big deal. Just been busy. You know, it's gonna, you know, we'll get together soon. And because I had made that declaration to somebody that was a mutual friend, the girl actually ended up reaching out. We ended up chatting again, right? So, you know, it doesn't necessarily
have the story. Right.
Exactly. Change the story, you know, and you know, so it doesn't have to be outright, you know, like we're getting married tomorrow and your friends are like, yeah, right, you're not even talking. It doesn't need to be an outright, you know, lie. It could even just be, you know, a shift in your perception of how you looked at the situation and what could possibly happen, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I know. It's really good. You know, we got to get creative, but it's always got to be something that's authentic and true to you, right? You know, I mean, a really good, you know, example of that is like, you know, for instance, you know, if Jerry's upset and, you know, and he's acting all grumbly, I mean, I've got a couple choices. I can choose to look at it that I've upset him and that I'm not good enough, or I can choose to look at it that, you know what, he was just upset and it's like no big deal. So like a really good thing in a, like, you know, and say something happened in a relationship and there was a fight, it can, you know, and we think, oh, you know what, they've broken up with me, they don't want to be with me. We can always revise that to look at, they were just mad, they didn't mean what they said, and you know what, we're going to make up and get back together, no problem. Okay, so, you know, those are always those opportunities. And when people, you know, ask you about your situation, you know, it's like I said, you know, take some time and get creative and really go through and revise your whole entire situation, and being very careful to stop making it about you taking it personally and, you know, putting the responsibility back onto the person, because you're the one that projected it on them to begin with. Projected Jerry has baggage. Okay, I intend for Jerry to take responsibility of that baggage and get over it. Right. And stop, you know, making it involve us, because it's never personally about us. Right. You know, that's the biggest thing is taking things personally. Right.
Oh, yeah. We always like to take things personal, but it's not about.
Oh, yeah. No. Jerry's got baggage. He's had a bad relationship. Why am I not good enough? Well, I'm not sure. Were you part of that last marriage? I mean, no, you know, we've projected it on him. We've got to change the person because we've projected, and we're perfect. Every single one of you guys are gods of your universe, and you're absolutely perfect. Yeah.
just need to change the story, always assume the best of people, like really love ourselves, and just have to discipline our minds. This is more price that we have to pay to really see what we want to manifest, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Being aware of our thoughts, the most important thing. I mean, just imagine that you could actually sit at home, not lift a finger, and all you need to do to get what you want is to be aware, be disciplined, and keep on top of your thoughts. It's seriously that easy. Well, simple, not always easy, but I'm going to start intending that it is easy for each and every one of you guys.
We have to see the situation as something easy. When we see everything as easy, then things will happen easy, right? We're the ones that are putting blocks, like, oh no, like, it's so difficult to get my specific person back. No, like, it's as easy as finding a penny on the street. It's just us putting that, you know, importance, and like, it's difficult, and like, no, like, it's as easy to manifest a castle as a button, right?
That's right. It's exactly it. It's just our perception of the situation, you know. And yeah. So yeah, guys, go out there and give everyone as you pushed out a try. You know that with your intentions, you are automatically letting go and detaching, and always just keep focused on exactly what you want. And if you're going to put a deadline, just avoid being discouraged if you don't reach it. Just keep affirming what you want if you see the lack and it comes and goes. Because I'll tell you, maybe I intend it'll happen, but if it doesn't, you're setting yourself up for the next time that it's going to happen. Never give up on anything, right? Always.
Never give up.
Never.
And I think it's really important to like write a list of things you want to manifest that are easy, that are really not important if they show up or not. And like when you see them showing up, that will give you confidence. You're like, oh, wow, I got this. And then if I can manifest this, you know, like a blue butterfly or like, you know, something easy, then you know that you can get,
yeah,
you know,
I tell
the job or the specific person, the marriage, like,
yeah,
there's no limits.
None. You know, it was manifesting some fried chicken that helped me get past my huge money block. Like, seriously.
Wow.
I know. I was just in awe, okay, because I intended that, you know, I was going to get chicken for dinner. And then I remember Andrew, he phoned me because we were just dating at the time. And he says, well, I'm coming over. And I told him I was cooking dinner. So he had no reason to go get anything. But he came over with fried chicken that he was left over from his lunch that day. And I was like, I'm like, what? I'm like, right. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, okay, if I can do, because it just blew me away. If I could do that, then you know what? I can do the other things, right? And yeah, I love it. Definitely do the list, guys. Definitely do the list. So yes, thank you guys for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are all amazing. And I intend that everybody finds something to help them in this video. And thank you, Erika, for coming on and doing a video with me.
Thanks, Amanda, and thanks, everyone.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.